teacher over there. She's washing. And then these are my classmates. Here you go. Everyone remembers being a teenager. For me, it was a train wreck. I have always struggled with my mental health in varying degrees. I have anxiety and some mood issues. So during COVID, my mental health pretty much fell to rock bottom. I was more anxious than ever. So thankfully for me, my parents got me the counseling that I needed to become more healthy, and that has kept me sane for almost 3 years now. I only got counseling because the school provided it, so we were able to go through the school and get counseling from an intern so that I didn't have all the absences that came with most mental health struggles. Today, I want to show you why all U.S. schools especially should provide counseling for everybody. COVID-19 impacted everyone, but the psychological chaos is certainly evident in teenagers. When the world shut down for the pandemic, many teenagers were left with no one to help with their mental struggles and no escape from harmful or dangerous home situations. Many teenagers rely on each other to get through hardships. I know many of my friends come to me, and there are many of my friends that I go to when I need help. And because of COVID, we didn't have the same access. Digital communication is not the same as face-to-face. And it's so hard when you're fighting those mental battles, feeling like you're alone. In many cases, school is the only way students can escape home situations that are harmful to their mental and physical health. It's very, very dangerous, especially in the school that we're at in homes, because I know many people that their parents are split up or mentally or physically abusive, and school is their only way out. And to me, schools should provide a support system so that they can help get through that. According to pre- and post-pandemic COVID-19 Mental Health International students, data from a longitudinal study published in 2023, countries worldwide face difficulty with student mental health decreases as much as 33%. This is the graph that I'm referring to. Here in Texas, we have programs to help students reach the counseling they desperately need. However, in most states, this is not the case. Less than half of U.S. states require schools to provide counseling for students at all ages. According to the American School Counselor Association, 24 out of 50 states require counseling be provided by schools for all grades. 6 states only require it in high school, and 20 states do not require it at all. I made a pie chart so this is easier to understand. Technical. Even in states that mandate school counselors, having counseling outside of the faculty is often not required. Many students may be uncomfortable talking to people they see at school as their therapist or counselor. I know personally, there's a lot of times I don't want to talk to people here because then they're going to see me and that's all they're going to think about. So having the resources to go outside for help was of huge value to me. 14 states that do not require schools to provide counseling for students aren't even considering a mandate to change that. There's so limited movements to create a safe space for students to talk about the struggles that they face in everyday life. While the idea of schools providing counseling may sound simple, qualified counselors are not easy to come by. According to the Privacy Technical Assistance Center, any educational records under FERPA cannot be released. However, counseling can be provided without that information being shared. Counseling is often out of financial reach for students, which holds them back from seeking help outside of school. Schools could pay outside affiliations just as well as they could counselors without having to require a counseling job at the school. While school funding can be hard to come by, just as much as finding counselors to work for schools, it seems to me that we could spare a little bit of money to create some kind of program to allow students that don't have the financial means to get what they need. We do it for food, so why not do it for counseling too? Our mental health is just as detrimental to us. It is much easier to check credentials and certifications for a group rather than an individual, which can help provide higher quality help from counselors with more qualifications. While providing counseling to everyone who needs or wants it may never be achievable, school systems can certainly provide access to more than they currently do. Some schools are already taking action towards finishing this problem. However, no state mandate or school policy will ever be perfect in fixing this need. With the right ideas and actions, steps can be taken to make progress. Even something as simple as going to the school board and requesting an audience to speak about counseling through the school can make a huge difference. It only takes one person to start a reform, and that person could be you. This is why all schools should provide school counseling.